I'm not sure if I'm all right. Really, my emotions are all over the place. One moment I'm up, the next I'm down. Sometimes I feel so empty, as though there's a hole where my heart should be. Just an emptiness inside me. But I tend to just say I'm okay. It's simpler that way. Nobody ever asks you to elaborate on being okay. There are moments when everything feels confusing. Days blend together, indistinguishable. I wear a mask so others can't see the struggle inside. When night comes, I'm by myself, drowning in endless thoughts. Every night is a struggle, trying to find sleep while my mind races on. I replay every error, every regret. I question whether it's all going to make sense someday. If the ache will ease right now, it feels like wandering through a dense fog. There are people in this world whose faces light up when they see you. And that's not because of what you can do, or what you can provide, or how they can benefit from you. It's just because of who you are. In case no one has told you lately, you are amazing, strong, brave, wonderful, kind, loved, worthy, and there is no one like you. The world needs you. They say, fall in love with someone's eyes, because hair will turn gray, weight will change and will shrink as we age. But the eyes of a person grows old with them. Be proud of yourself. You're doing the work, making things happen. Your journey is unique, and every twist and turn is shaping you into the incredible person you are meant to be. Leaving you for your peace is my last gift to you. I know staying would only hurt us both, and you deserve the kind of calm I could never bring. It wasn't an easy decision, but sometimes love means letting go, even if it breaks you. I hope you take care of yourself better than I ever could, because this time, I won't be coming back. You'll always be a part of me, a piece of my heart that time can never erase. But this is where our paths end, and I have to learn to walk alone. No matter how much I wish things were different, I wish for your happiness, even if it's not with me. I hope you find the love that makes you feel safe, cherished and whole, and don't let the pain consume you, even if I'm no longer by your side. Know that you are worthy of love, always. This goodbye isn't about giving up on you. It's about finally setting us free. Please understand this. Nothing happens in the right order. Not everything goes the way you planned it. Not every setback means you failed. Sometimes the longest roads bring you the most fulfillment. I don't love casually. When I love, it's fierce. It's my soul ripped wide open and raw. It's my whole heart on display. It's all I have and everything I know handed over to you, like a gift. And I hope you unwrap it gently, because there's no going back once you do. The best love is unexpected. You don't just pick someone and hope it works out. No, this is different. You meet by chance and suddenly everything just clicks. It's an instant connection, and the chemistry is way above your head. You catch yourself studying their smile, memorizing the color of their eyes. At that moment, you realize you're either incredibly lucky or completely screwed. The people we love don't disappear. They stay with us in the quiet moments, unseen but always present. Their memory tied to every heartbeat. No matter how open, peaceful, or loving you are, others can only connect with you at the depth they've reached within themselves. As Carl Jung once said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. People's capacity to meet you with understanding, compassion, or vulnerability is limited by the inner work they've done on their own soul. You can offer all the light and love in the world, but if someone hasn't ventured into their own shadows, they will only be able to meet you on the surface. This is a profound truth about human relationships. The depth of connection is not just about what you bring, but about how deeply the other person has explored their own heart. It is the essence of clarity, understanding that while you may strive for connection, others can only offer what they found in themselves. Accepting this can bring peace for you. Realize that everyone's journey is their own, and sometimes they simply haven't gone deep enough to meet you where you stand. I want to see you win. I want to see you achieve everything you aim for. I hope you conquer all the obstacles in your path, and I hope you reach success. I'm cheering you on at every small step forward you take. I will always be in your corner. You are built for significant achievements. My desire is for you to thrive. We all want to be someone's favorite person, someone's reason, someone's best memory. Maybe we just want proof that we matter, that our existence left something behind, that someone out there sees us the way we hope to be seen. Maybe that's all love is. Being noticed, staying unforgettable. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone who refuses to see it. If someone refuses to see you for who you are, then they never wanted you to grow in the first place. You are allowed to exist outside of who people expect you to be. You can learn so much about yourself just by paying attention to how you feel when you're around certain people. The ones who make you feel lighter, the ones who leave you drained, the ones who remind you of who you are. Energy never lies, but it's up to you whether you listen. You are still allowed to want more, even if your life is good right now. One day you never hear from me again. Please remember this. I loved you with everything I had. I made you my priority in ways I never thought I could for someone. I had so many paths to take, so many people I could have chosen, but out of all those options, I still chose you. I stayed, and when I finally leave, I hope my absence brings you the peace that my presence never could. My love was never perfect, but it was real. And even now, as I let go, a part of me will always hope you find the happiness I couldn't give you. If you ever think of me, I hope you remember the warmth, the laughter, the quiet moments where words weren't needed. I hope you know that even in the silence, I was loving you in ways I didn't always know how to express. And if the world ever feels heavy, I hope you find someone who carries your heart the way I once tried to, with everything I had. Hey, you remember when I told you that I'm always here for you? I meant it, because I know life's not easy, and we can't do it all by ourselves. So whenever you need me, I'm just one call away. I'll talk to you later. Let your emotions be your teacher. Your anger tells you where your boundaries lie. Your jealousy tells you where you want to be. Let your shame show you which parts of you need healing. Let your anxiety tell you where to build trust and confidence. Let your fear show you the path to your greatest growth. Trust the wisdom of your emotions, for they speak the language of your soul. The older you get, the more quiet you become. Life humbles you so deeply as you age. You realize how much nonsense you've wasted time on. You start to accept things for what they really are. You stop forcing friendships and connections with people, and you just learn to grow. And yes, it's true. The older you get, the more you stop caring about others' opinions of you. It is a freeing feeling. The closer you get to someone, the more clearly you see their flaws. That's reality. It's why marriages fail, why friendships fall apart, and why people walk away. You might think you love someone until you see how they act when they're broke, stressed, or desperate. But love is something else entirely. Love isn't just a feeling, it's a choice. It's standing by someone even when their worst traits surface. It's patience, kindness, and sacrifice. Love isn't easy. It hurts. It tests you. But real love means seeing the darkness in someone and choosing not to run. When you love someone, you learn things you never imagined. Love opens your eyes to truth you wouldn't dare face otherwise. It's through love that even life's darkest moments reveal threads of hope and resilience. I didn't fall in love with you because I was alone. I didn't fall in love with you because I was in need of support either. Not because I couldn't find happiness without you. I fell in love with you because you showed me something new. Because when you are around, you show my mind a silence it's never been presented with. And you show me a love that my heart hasn't yet felt. I fell in love with you because I could. because you showed up when you did, and you grabbed my attention. It's as if I knew that you were going to show me things that my heart and mind hadn't yet been shown. I fell in love with you for the sole reason that it just felt right. In subtle ways, you make me want to be better through your presence and through your absence, through your speech and through your silence. Not everything you lose is a loss. Some things are a freedom. Some things are a second chance. Some things are a miracle in disguise. Some things are a detachment long needed, a clarity brought to blurry eyes. Some things are an intervention. Some things are the unexpected answer to a long chanted prayer. Some things are a healing. Some things are a becoming. Some things are planned long before you ever came to be. Some things are a devastation, but others are a kind of vital guidance, the kind of course correction you did not even know you needed, the kind you did not even realize you were asking for. All along, some things are the universe's way of clearing your path, removing obstacles you couldn't see. And sometimes what feels like an ending is merely the universe making space for a new, more fitting beginning. Life is going to work out perfectly. All the right things are going to happen. All the right people are going to come. And all the wrong people are going to leave. You're going to have a beautiful home that brings you peace. And you're going to have a dynamic career that gives you purpose. You're going to wake up next to the love of your life and spill sweet words over morning coffee. You're going to have slow Sundays and wholesome holy days. Your art is going to be impactful, and you're going to be recognized for your devotion. You're going to travel and see the world, and you're going to encounter incredible people along the way. You're going to be seen for who you are, and appreciated for all that you do. Don't worry so much, my friend. Life is going to work out perfectly. Some days, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. Most of my days are spent at home, even though I long for adventure. Some days I have to force myself to be productive, while on others, I end up doing nothing at all. Some days, I wish I could go back to being a teenager. And at times, I wish I could skip ahead just to see how things turn out. Some days I feel like I'm running out of time, while there are moments when time moves unbearably slow. I so desperately want to be loved, but I feel like love won't be enough anymore. I want to feel safe, but I can't seem to trust anyone. From the outside, I might seem like I have things together, but up close, it's obvious I don't. Some days are easier than others. Some days nothing changes at all. Life isn't fair. It never was. It never will be. The sooner you accept this truth, the sooner you can stop wasting energy fighting it. Good things happen to bad people. Bad things happen to good people. Hard work doesn't always pay off. Doing the right thing doesn't guarantee rewards. When you stop expecting life to be fair, you free yourself. When you stop thinking you're owed something, you start appreciating what you have. Expecting nothing doesn't mean giving up. It means seeing clearly. It means living without the weight of constant disappointment. When you release your grip on how things should be, you can finally see things as they are. The less you expect, the more peace you find, the more you accept, the stronger you become. When someone tells you you've hurt them, do you listen or do you defend? Their pain isn't up for debate. Intentions don't erase impact. You might not have meant to hurt them, but that doesn't mean they aren't hurting. We often rush to justify ourselves, to explain our side of the story. But sometimes all they need is to be heard, to feel that their feelings are valid. Saying I didn't mean it doesn't heal the wound. It's not about assigning blame. It's about understanding and empathy, choosing compassion over ego, listening instead of defending. Next time someone shares their pain, pause and truly listen. Acknowledge their feelings, because their pain is real, and your response can make all the difference. Sometimes healing doesn't come from being right. It comes from being kind. Every relationship goes through 3 stages. In stage 1, everything feels effortless. There's excitement in every moment, and the connection between you both feels easy and natural. You believe that this will never change. Everything is new, and you're both willing to give each other the best parts of yourselves. But in stage 2, things start to shift, and subtle challenges arise between the two of you. You begin to notice the flaws you didn't see before. Misunderstandings happen, and small issues become larger ones. The one simple conversations start to feel like a struggle, and you may start questioning if this is what you really want. But in stage 3, things start to change again. You realize that you're both capable of handling conflict without tearing each other down. You start to understand each other better, accept each other's imperfections, and work through problems with respect. This is when love becomes more than just passion. It becomes trust, patience, and genuine connection. Maybe right now, your journey isn't about love. Maybe right now, your journey is about being alone. Maybe this is the season you are being challenged to learn how to wake up in the middle of the bed, to finally find hope in the vacancy, in the quiet, in the way you stretch into your life and give yourself permission to take up space within it. Maybe right now you are being shown that you can take care of yourself, that you can depend on the person you have become, that you can be your own home no matter what comes your way. Maybe right now you're getting a second chance to trust in it, and to forgive yourself for giving it away to those who could not value it. No. Maybe right now your journey isn't about love. Maybe it's about hope. Maybe right now your journey is about you. Maybe right now you are being reminded that the people who walked away were only ever leading you back to yourself. Were only ever leading you here. And maybe that's exactly what you needed. People who've been through hell but still treat others with kindness don't get enough recognition. Think about it. They had every reason to become cold, bitter, and defensive. Life taught them that the world is harsh, yet they chose a different response. Not letting pain turn you mean is real strength. It's easier to build walls, hold grudges, and push people away after you've been hurt. The harder path is staying open, staying kind, staying willing to see the good in others. Every time someone who suffered deeply chooses gentleness over bitterness, they're healing more than just themselves. They're breaking cycles. They're showing what's possible. They're refusing to pass their pain forward. If you've been deeply wounded, but still, approach others with care and compassion. You deserve a love that matches your courage. You've done the hardest work there is. You've suffered without becoming what hurt you. Before you heal someone, you must ask them if they are willing to give up the things that made them sick. People cry out for change, yet cling to the very patterns that keep them unwell. They seek healing, but refuse to part with the habits, the identities, the attachments that sustain their suffering. A man drowning in a river may scream for rescue, yet grip the stone pulling him under. He does not see that his struggle is not against the current, but against himself. One cannot be freed from suffering while still clutching the very chains that bind them. You see, suffering too is familiar. It is a well-worn groove in the mind, a rhythm one has danced to for years. And though it may be painful, it is known. And the known, no matter how unbearable, is often preferred over the terrifying vastness of the unknown. But healing is not an addition. It is a subtraction. It is not something you gain, but something you release to step into wellness. You must leave behind the version of yourself that was comfortable in sickness. So before you ask for healing, ask yourself this: am I ready to let go of who I was? to become who I am meant to be. If you could see your whole life from start to finish, would you change things? Would you take away the pain that shaped you, the mistakes that taught you, or the moments of doubt that led you to understanding life is more than just its joy? It's the heartbreak, the lessons and the quiet moments that define us. Perhaps it's not about rewriting the story, but finding meaning in every twist and turn. Would you still wish to change it? Or would you hold it as it is and call it yours? Most of us have already met someone who could have been everything. We just missed it because we were looking elsewhere, waiting for something that looked more like our dreams. We pass by real love while chasing perfect moments, while waiting to become perfect ourselves, while searching for some magical feeling that might never come. True love doesn't show up like in movies. It's not perfect timing or perfect people. It's someone who stays when you're broken, someone who sees your mess and chooses you anyway. But we miss it. We call it ordinary. We walk away because it doesn't match our fantasy. We overlook the person who really sees us while chasing someone who barely looks our way. The loves we regret most aren't the ones that ended badly. They're the ones we never really tried for. The ones we let slip away because we were too busy looking for something better. Stop waiting for perfect. Stop searching for new when something real might be right in front of you. Love isn't finding someone flawless. It's seeing someone clearly and choosing them anyway. I'm paradoxical. I confuse people. I have a happy personality and a sad soul. When I try to be happy, I think about sad things all the time. I'm bold but shy. I love deeply, but sometimes I feel heartless. I crave attention, yet I reject everything that comes my way. I'm healing and hurting at the same time. I love to listen, but I never tell them what's inside me. I don't really like myself, but I love the person I've become. I say I don't care, but I just care too much. Deep into my bones, I'm dedicated to growth, but I self-sabotage. I'm a living contradiction,